What is the first big questions by all to be military veterans? Hello everyone, I'm Commander Ram, your military to civilian transition mentor. I'm a military veteran, a proud submariner, served in the Indian Navy for 22 years and worked in the corporate for 5 years. This is the first video after that introduction video that I posted 2 days back, and I'm so thankful to everyone who has watched it and has subscribed to it. Thank you so much. Before I move on, there's a disclaimer here. The views expressed are my personal. Others may have different views on it, and I respect that. I remember when I thought of taking retirement from the Navy, the first question that crossed my mind was, what should I do after retirement? Should I opt for a job? Should I go for a business? Or directly jump into the freelance? I thought to myself, why was it so difficult for me to choose one out of these three options and move ahead? Why did I think that I was equally good in all? That I could do anything? I think it is because of the military training that I had undergone, the various roles and responsibilities that I had undertaken in ships, submarine or bases, serving in the most challenging environment and capable to succeed against any odds. This is so true for every military personnel, whether officer or Jawan. We are a good team member, we are a good team leader, we understand complex things fast, we know how to mitigate threats and risks and adapt to succeed. I know most of you would agree with me and have similar thoughts on these. These attributes had instilled a sense of confidence in me, and I thought I can do anything. And for a very long time, my mind was moving between these three options. In the middle of this dilemma, one day I discussed this with one of my senior, and he told me a small and beautiful story. And the story is, once in a village, a man was digging a well to fetch water. It was a simmering summer day and the ground was very hard. By evening, he could barely dig 6 feet. Just then, one of his uncle passed by and he said, "Why are you digging here? You won't get water here. Come, let me show you a different place." And then he takes him to a new place. The man starts digging in the new place the next day. The ground was equally hard, and by evening, he could barely dig around 5 to 6 feet. By when his cousin comes across and he said, "Who told you this place? This is not the right place for you. I can tell you a much better and a softer ground." And he takes him to a new place. The man starts digging in that area the next day. And by evening, the village had come. I think you got the story. Cutting the story short, in 4 days, that man dug around 24 feet, 6 feet at various 4 places. But he didn't get any water. And the matter of fact was, in the village, all other wells were getting water at around 20 feet. So had he stayed at one particular place, he would have had water. The story was short and simple, but the message was loud and clear. And in today's internet age, the amount of information and the suggestion that we can have is tremendous. It can actually overwhelm us, confuse us, if we do not use it judiciously. As they say, a wealth of information creates a poverty of attention. So how did I choose my option? I considered 3 important things or criteria and gave a rating of 1 to 5 against the 3 options that I had. That was job, business and freelance. The first and in fact the most important consideration was my interest and motivation level. How deep and strong was my motivation for that particular option? How passionate was I for that particular option? Second consideration was the resource required. That is the budget, the time for preparation, my knowledge level and the kind of support that I would get from others. The third consideration was risk and return. Like I could join my brother's business which was well established and running. There was very less risk. But will I get the same kind of return that I was expecting? Probably not. So I dropped that option. To conclude the topic, the first question that any to-be veteran would get is, what should I do after retirement? And my suggestion is, take due diligence, give some kind of ratings to each one against the options that you have, and do not get overwhelmed by the information overload. Choose one and move ahead. As Arthur Ashe said, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. If you like this video, do subscribe to the channel and also share with your military veterans or to-be veterans friend, as it may help them. See you all in the next video. Till then, Jai Hind. Commander Ram, military to civilian transition mentor.